Any word on Andrew Thomas?
No, I'll get all that stuff later today, and then fill you guys in on Wednesday.
No sense, no nothing, just straight, no nothing at this point. No.
Yeah, I got to meet with the. I still have to meet with the doctors and the trainers.
Okay. Okay. You mentioned a couple of times yesterday, talking about the offense, and that's on me. Put it on me, and that's on me. Put it on me. Um, what can you do when you look at it and you look at it as the head coach, as the play caller, in a self-assessment mode, and I guess you go over every play and every call and every decision, and you know what I mean? If it's on you, which it is obviously, and you admit that, how do you assess it and then correct it?
Yeah, you evaluate the tape. You evaluate um, each play, what you need to do better, uh, and then you focus on doing those things.
Do you um have a list or a chart, or how do you self-assess and say, okay, this was good, this I would do this again, this I would do this again, this I wouldn't, this was a bad read, this was good, this was not on me. You know what I mean? Is there like a checklist, or is it just in your mind? How do you do that?
No, I mean you go back and you watch the tape. We watch it as a coaching staff together. We go through each play with a very fine tooth comb. Uh, Make sure that we're getting all the details coached up on the plays that we need to get them coached up. That's really been consistent since I've been doing it. It's consistent in Buffalo. It's consistent here. You look at the plays, you look at the execution of the play, timing of it, and do your best to correct those things.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
A reminder to please raise your hand if you have a question. Paul, we'll go back to you since there are no hands.
Okay, I'll keep asking. um, um, and as far as in that method that you do, is there a room for dissent? In the group, you know what I mean? If somebody says, "Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking there in that third down call," you know what I mean? You're the head coach, but can they come at you and say, "I don't," and you can discuss it, and maybe you see their point, their side of it.
Yeah, you do. That's what you do as a coaching staff. You meet, you're with each other all the time. Very have a lot of confidence in our coaches, really in all three phases. It's very good communication, and you try to do the best you can on improving the things you need to improve on.
When you looked back, what disappointed you maybe more today, or maybe less disappointed you more today than yesterday after the game?
Well, again, you're not happy with the result, and you're not happy with the points. Again, there's things that are improving in areas, but the ultimate goal is to score points and finish drives and take care of the ball. And third and fourth and short was productive. Third and 6+ was not productive. There wasn't a lot of negative plays. We're staying in the positive for the most part, but our inability, I would say, this game, and to generate explosive plays, whether that's through the run or through the air, is not where I want it to be right now. So we'll keep doing it. Keep calling them, and we just got to keep on improving in that area, because it's, again, 16 play drives for touchdowns. It's hard to do on a consistent basis. So you couple that with red zone and some missed opportunities in the kicking game throughout, I'd say, the course of the past couple weeks. There's we got to score more points.
Thank you again.
Yep.
Patty Traina.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
Patty?
This might be a simple question, I don't know, but Daniel's been kind of inconsistent. I think, played well the last couple of weeks, had some ups and downs this week. What can you do to kind of calm him down to get him back to playing more consistently?
You're just talking about last game, or are you talking about weeks before that?
Just overall, I mean, to get him more consistent.
Well, I mean, that's what you're always trying to do with a quarterback. Um, whether it's completion plays, chunk plays, quarterback runs, move the pocket, screens. Again, you touch the ball on every play, and your goal as a quarterback is to come out of that game making the proper decision on every play. Certainly, that's not going to happen all the time, but Daniel, like I've said plenty of times, he's doing everything he can to be as good as he can be.
But do you ever have to sit down with him, especially after like a bad mistake or what mistake like that interception where he admitted, he'd like that one back. And do you just sit down with him and just kind of say, hey, listen, it happens? I mean, how do you approach that?
Yeah, I think each situation is probably a little different. Yesterday we talked about it. We moved on. Look, it was a play that obviously he would like to have back. Told him I have a lot of confidence in him. Asked him, I mean, you're always communicating with your players, Patty. Quarterback, obviously, when you're talking to him on a play-to-play basis and all the time you spend with him during the week. So again, you're going to have some of those, just like every player is going to have some of them. And you talk, you coach, you teach, you listen, and you move on.
Thank you.
Yep.
We'll take 4 more. Tom Canavan.
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
Tom?
A couple of quick ones. How did you think Hawk handled the job?
I thought for the amount of time that he's been here, I thought he did fine.
Okay. Now with Joseph, I mean, is there a concern, or do you just think that that end of the stadium has that funky wind which blows everything left?
Oh yeah, he's done pretty good since he's been here, and then we missed 2 of them. So
okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Tom Rock. Tom Rock. We'll go to Art.
Hey, Daves.
Hey, Art.
With the run game, obviously the numbers don't look that great, but in terms of yards per carry and percentages, but that second half, it seemed like you guys grinded it out the way you like to. I mean, how do you strike that balance, the idea of knowing what the numbers say, but also knowing what you're seeing really with your eyes in terms of how guys are performing? Because it really seemed like you got in a groove there in that second half, even though the numbers afterwards don't really show that the way especially the way Tracy was running the ball.
Yeah, look, the run game is, at times it's going to be hard early on. You'd like to get into a rhythm with it, but something I believe you have to stick with. Those runs that are not going for as much early on, you're continuing to lean on them. Hope for better results as the game goes on. You love them, all the way through, but I thought Tracy ran hard again, was productive in the run game and the pass game for us, made good decisions. He's coming along.
The other thing I wanted to ask you, just in terms of the explosives, do you look at the personnel? Do you need to make changes in personnel as to where you're using them schematically, or is this just a matter of execution in your mind?
No, look, I think we threw the ball down the field 4 times, significant yardage, crossing route to Wandell, and then a couple go routes to Jalen and one to Slay. And something we'll just continue to work on. Again, they can come in different ways too. Run after catch, things like that. But the vertical element, I think is important.
Thanks.
Yep.
Last one, Dan Duggan.
Hey, Brian, just back to the kicker. Is Gano going to be ready this week, or is there any chance he'll be ready this week?
Again, I'll have better info for you on Wednesday, Dan. we'll talk to the doctors and see where everybody's at here.
If he's not ready, are you comfortable going forward with Joseph, or do you have to maybe look about bringing other guys in? Or?
Yeah, no, I'd say we'd stay with Greg.
Okay, and the last one, I'm trying to understand the thought process on 2nd and 1, a couple QB sneaks you ran. Just what's the thought process there?
Yeah, just go ahead and get the first down, keep another set of downs going. We were 1 of 3 on 3rd and 1. So pick it up and, keep the clock moving and get another set of downs. We've done that plenty, various spots that I've been. Something we were going to do this game.